everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Dusty's girl here, and we are on today's Monday, Ketovember day 19. The days are really just rolling right on by. This week, well, the end of the week is Thanksgiving, so hopefully you guys are already prepped. You went to the market, you've got the food that you're gonna get, and you're ready to cook and just sit down and enjoy time with your family. Me, on the other hand, I don't do Thanksgiving like that. I really don't do holidays since my mom passed away. It just hasn't been the same. And so as the years went on and the years went on and the years went on, I've just gotten into a routine of, oh well, it's just another holiday. So my sister and myself, we're probably gonna stay home, and my nieces and my other sister, they normally go to my grandmother's. The last couple years I've gone to my granny's, but I just don't feel like all those people this year. So yeah, I'm actually getting like a little late start today. It's about 10 o'clock. I'm really sleepy and I'm not sure why, but I go through those phases. So anyway, stick around with me today because I kind of want to make a pumpkin cheesecake, and I also want to make some pumpkin spice homemade ice cream. So I already have the stuff for the pumpkin cheesecake, which we probably will knock that out today. But the homemade ice cream, I'm gonna go do some research. I'm going to go find the best homemade keto friendly recipe, and then I will tweak it. That way it's still keto, but I can add the pumpkin and the spice in. I'm gonna get my canister for my ice cream maker in the freezer so that it can get cold. So yeah, anyways, right now I am whipping up, I don't know if you can see them or not, but I'm whipping up some eggs and some bacon and bulletproof coffee. So I'll see you soon. Okay, so I am going to, I pulled out my ice cream maker from Cuisinart, and here's like the little canister right here. I don't know if you can hear. It has like some liquid in it. So I'm going to get this in the freezer, and we're gonna let that go ahead on and chill for a few hours. And then the rest of the compartment, like, this is like the mixer. I was like washing it, and this is the top that goes down on it. So definitely will get this, and I'll just set this on top of the engine part of it, and maybe around 7 o'clock tonight, hopefully the canister will be frozen, and then we can get started on making the ice cream. Yeah. Hey guys, so I am back, and I have my niece Cordelia being my videographer today. But come on over, Delia. Gotta get the ingredients. We're gonna start on the keto cheesecake, and as you can see, I have like my printout, but the credit goes to Maya from wholesomeyum.com. So we're gonna get started here. So the recipe is calling for 1.5 cups of almond flour. So we're gonna go with 1 cup, and then 1/2 cup. Okay, so we have our 1.5 cups of almond flour. I'm gonna close this up. The recipe is also calling for collagen protein, but I don't have like the vital kind of collagen, but I do have this collagen right here. So it calls for 1/2 cup of this collagen protein. So we have 1/2 cup of the collagen protein. I'm gonna go with that. Dropping stuff. It's gonna call for 3 tablespoons of erythritol, and I'm gonna use the confectioner's kind. So, that's way too much. So here we have 1. And I need to order some more of this off of Amazon, because my local Whole Foods used to have it, and then when I went to get some more, they stopped carrying it. So I can just order from Amazon. 3 tablespoons, sorry, of erythritol. 1/3 cup of butter melted, and I already melted the butter. So we're gonna go in with the butter. And then from there, it's calling for 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So 1 teaspoon of this. I'm gonna go grab a fork. I will be right back. I'm gonna grab a fork, and I'm also gonna grab a spatula spoon. I think I'm gonna start off with the spatula spoon and start giving this a stir. So the recipe says to make the cheesecake crust, you want to stir in your almond flour, your collagen, your erythritol. Stir all of that together. And then you want to add your butter and your vanilla. And then you just want to go until this is like crumbly. So now I'm going to switch over to my fork. And I actually have a dough press, which I should have brought it out the basement, but it is what it is. So this fork will do. Long legged fork. So this is like kind of crumbly like, and I can like press it into like a dough. So this is what you want. You want to be able to press this down. And then once I do that, so I just so happened to be in my basement, guys, looking through some of the stuff that I cleaned up last week. And I found a brand new set of spring baking pans. 9-inch, 10-inch, 11-inch. So this is like right on task. So I'm gonna go grab my 9-inch spring pan that I have already lined with parchment paper, and I will be right back. I'm also gonna give my hands a rinse really quick. Okay, so I rinsed my hands, and I'm not gonna dry my hands off because I don't mind them being okay. So I'm back now, and I'm going to work on the cream cheese filling. So I gotta grab my cups. So the recipe is gonna call for 24 ounces of cream cheese, which is equivalent to 3 cups. So out of this right here, I'm just gonna measure out the 3 cups. So it's basically going to be like half of this container, because this container is 48 ounces. Okay. No cream cheese left behind, except for the misfits that nobody wants. Okay, so now that we have the cream cheese going, I'm gonna put the top back on that, and we're gonna set this aside. And then the recipe calls for the powdered sweetener, which I am not sure if I have enough powdered sweetener. I really don't think that I do. So we're gonna see, and we're gonna try to make do with what we have. So we're gonna go with a cup of this. Yes, we don't have enough, so fuck it. We're just gonna throw the whole thing in there. Excuse me for using the F word. I'm gonna throw all of that in there. And so since we don't have enough of the powdered erythritol, I'm just gonna use that other 1/4 cup of powdered stevia. So hold on, I'm gonna go grab my stevia out of the cupboard. And then we're just gonna do 1/4 cup of powdered stevia. And then today I will get on Amazon and I will order some more Swerve because I actually like Swerve. Okay, so now that we are done with that, so this has turned out to be a really long video, but anyways, I went on and I mixed up the cream cheese and the sweetener. Once I felt like it was smooth enough and sweet enough, then I went on and I add the rest of the ingredients. The crust was also done too, so I went on and I took that out so that it can cool off. I then proceeded to add the pumpkin puree. I then proceeded to add the pumpkin spice, the cinnamon, and the vanilla. And then I went on and I gave that a good mix as well. And then I added my room temperature egg yolk only, one at a time. Total mixing, it took me about, 3 to 5 minutes to get a really good consistency. The batter turned out to be nice. It wasn't thick and it wasn't thin and runny either. So once I felt like it was mixed up enough with no bubbles, then I went on and I transferred it over to the crust, and in the oven it went for about, I think, 40 to 50 minutes. Okay, so now I'm going to set this for 40 minutes. Well, we'll go 45. Hold on for 1 minute. Let me just make sure. 45 minutes. And then we're going to go into the oven. All right. See you guys in 45 minutes. Okay, y'all, so I'm about to get started on my custard for my ice cream. And as you can see, I'm going to need some vanilla extract. I'm going to need some plain vodka. I'm actually going to use, because the recipe calls for stevia and erythritol, and this is Truvia, which is already mixed with both erythritol and stevia, and I actually love this, so I'm probably going to end up using all of this. I'm going to use this entire pint of heavy whipping cream, and then it calls for 3 egg yolks that I already separated. So, and then I'm going to use a little bit of this pumpkin puree, the pumpkin spice, and the cinnamon. So we're going to get started. Okay, so as you can see, I have my entire pint of heavy whipping cream, and I'm going to throw this entire, this is about 1/3. I'm lying. This is about a 1/2 cup and maybe like 1/4. So the recipe calls for 1/3 cup of erythritol, 1/3 cup of stevia. So this right here is literally just enough, and it may not be enough, but we're going with it. So I'm gonna turn the heat on. Now you can see a video, and I'm gonna turn this on like a low medium heat, and I'm gonna stay here the entire time, and I'm just gonna stir this until all of the bubbles disappear. So this is gonna take a little bit of time, but I ain't got nothing but time. So update on my car. I just got a phone call from the shop where my car is at, and the guy said, I asked him if, you know, we proceed with just changing, putting another engine in. So he actually found me an engine that only has 70,000 miles on it for $1,300. So I think, no, I'm gonna go ahead on, and I'm just gonna go ahead on, I'm gonna chuck it up, I'm gonna cough up the 1,300. I'm gonna get the engine put in, and while the car is there, I'm just gonna get him to do a complete, which this is him calling me back, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so the bubbles are almost gone. Almost completely gone. Yeah, so we don't want it to come to a boil, but I kind of want this little color to get a little more transparent, so just want to heat this up a little bit. So anyways, as I was saying about the car, so yeah, so the car was $1,300 and the labor is going to be $750. So I'm looking at about $2 grand to fix the car. Now, I've had the car for 7 years. I have never had any major issues with the car. I bought the car. The only thing I changed maybe 2 years after having the car was the alternator. That's it. So in 7 years, I've never had a major issue. I mean, I guess they say you don't have a major issue and then boom, you have a major issue. So I'm going to proceed with getting the engine fixed. I'm also going to get him to do an overhaul on the car. So I know I need back brakes, which I was going to do that with my next oil change. So I'll get him to just do a complete inspection on the car, and anything that needs to be changed while I'm kicking out thousands of dollars, I might as well do it all at one time and then go back into my cave and cry myself to sleep. But yeah, so he is a mechanic that I trust. He has worked on my sister's truck, both my sister's trucks. My sister actually got her engine replaced on her truck by them, and her car has been running just fine. So yeah, this is what's going to happen. So back down to here. So all of the bubbles are gone. So we're going to turn this off, and we're going to transfer this over to the counter over here. And I'm actually going to put down a pot holder. Gonna sit this down here. So the next steps, and also this recipe comes from somebody that I follow on YouTube, and her name is Emily on Keto. So this is Emily's original, just her regular old plain vanilla ice cream custard recipe, but I'm gonna tweak it and make it my own. So next, the recipe calls for the eggs, and then I'm gonna beat these eggs until they are frothy. So I'm gonna start off on low, and I'm gonna beat the eggs for about a minute. Okay, the eggs are kind of frothy like, and actually I need a minute. Okay guys, so my battery went dead and cut off, so I had to spend a few hours letting it charge up. But my cheesecake is done and it cooled down. It's still warm, but it's not completely cold. But it's really ugly. It's ugly. Like, I think the next time I may just use like the scissors and cut the parchment paper so it's like perfect. But I mean, I've tasted it and it tastes really, really, really good. So I'm just trying to wait for it to completely cool down, and then I'm gonna cut a slice and I'm gonna taste it for you guys. But for the main event, so this right here was supposed to come out the refrigerator at 4 o'clock, but since I've been waiting on the battery, it's been chilling for, what's it, 4, 5, 6, for about 3 hours now. So I'm going to set up the ice cream maker, get it plugged up, and then we're gonna get this baby ready to roll. Okay, so I got the canister, which was frozen solid because I put it in my deep freezer, and I got everything set up. So I also transferred the mixture into this measuring cup so it's going to be easy to pour. So I'm going to go heat on, and I'm going to turn on, and I'm going to begin to slowly pour the mixture inside of look at that. And so this is gonna go for 40 minutes. So I'll see you guys in 40 minutes. Then I'm going to transfer it to these 2 containers right here and put it in the freezer. But in the meantime, let's move on over here. And I'm going to try and cut my ugly little cheesecake. See what we get here. Okay, I'll be right back and try to get this out. Okay, so it took a little finessing to get that sucker out of there, but it's done. Look at that. So we are going to put it on this plate right here. And we're gonna bring it over here. So tomorrow, I'm flipping this up. Tomorrow, I'm heading out to go get a bottle of Ready Whip because I forgot. And everybody knows that cheesecake and whipped cream goes great. So here we go. Believe it or not, it's still warm. That's weird. It tastes good though. I'm gonna eat this whole damn slice, so. Yum. Some Ready Whip though. The roof is going to be superb. Probably tomorrow with this scoop of pumpkin ice cream. It's going to be great. So, I'll be back. Hey guys, so I have transferred it from the ice cream maker into this little tin pan right here, this loaf pan. And I'm going to put a top on it. And I'm going to put, it's 7 o'clock now. So I'm going to put it in the freezer for an hour. And at 8 o'clock, I will be back with my spoon to give it a taste test. Hey guys, so I am back. I know I said that the ice cream comes out at 8 o'clock, but I'm gonna actually go ahead on and end this video early because I really need to buckle down and do some schoolwork. I haven't done any in days, and I have about 2 assessments that I've been trying to complete since last month. And the time is really winding down. Like, this class is over with in January. So I really just don't want to wait until like the very last minute to get the assessments done. So I'm gonna try to work on some of it tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead on and end this video. But thanks for hanging out with me today, with me cooking and making ice cream. I really need to get my car fixed and get a damn hobby so I can get the hell up out of this house. But nonetheless, don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.